Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. Today we are going to continue with the Dalish Elves and we'll be exploring the Brecilian Forest. So let us just get started on that. Yep, this one's closer. Let's go this way.
You are like her in some ways.
Now if you're wondering, last time I added Shale to my party and I said there was a reason for that. The main reason is that in the upcoming forest, you will be fighting a lot of enemies with the Overwhelm ability, which basically knocks you down and then does a heck of a lot of damage. Shale and the Mabari are actually immune to that ability, so even if they take the rest of us out, with Shale here, it does mean that at least one party member will survive those overwhelming attacks. So you certainly don't need to do that. It just do like to use Shale or the Mabari here, and gives us a chance to learn a bit more about Shale as well.
They say the veil is thin here, and all manner of strange things may be seen.
Why am I actually using a Liliana? I hadn't realized I was doing that.
This should be
Yeah, the werewolves in particular. I mean, wolves can use Overwhelm as well, but werewolves are famous for it. Take it out. So the Brecilian Forest is fairly large and there's quite a lot to do in it. But we'll see how far we get today. I honestly don't know. Okay, not too worried about gathering elf fruit. You can at least buy it easily enough. Here's another thing of Andraste's Grace. We've already given one to Liliana, so I don't know that you can give her a second one, but we can give it a go, see if it works. Oh, really easy to take out. But I do believe this corpse has something interesting on it. Engraved silver bowl. Let's take that. Okay. Maybe not too interesting. That's okay though. Let's just see if we can give that to Liliana. I don't know if it'll do much, but we'll try.
Oh, how
Okay, just gives her the approval bonus. Last time we gave it to her, it gave a conversation as well. But it makes sense that doesn't repeat.
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters. Another of the Dalish come to put us in our place. Come to make us pay for our attack.
I'm no Dalish elf, or can't you tell?
It makes no difference to us. One elf is as good as another, especially when they are dead. You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay.
So you've got two choices here. You can either fight the werewolves, or if your persuasion is good enough, you can convince them to leave. Persuasion or intimidate. Maybe both work. I'm not actually sure. I would prefer to talk to you. I mean no harm.
Was it not Zathrian who sent you? He wishes only our destruction, never to talk.
You talk of Zathrian as if you know him.
We have never met, he and I. He would not survive the experience. I swear it.
Why, exactly? Why do you hate him so much?
You know nothing, do you? Nothing of us, and even less of those you serve. You are a fool, and we are done talking. Run from the forest while you can. Run to the Dalish and tell them they are doomed.
I don't want to fight, but neither can I retreat.
I do not wish to fight you either, but we cannot trust you. Come, brothers and sisters, let us retreat. The forest has eyes of its own, and it will deal with intruders as it always has.
Okay, well I got out of that without fighting, which Liliana apparently... Oh, I was going to say she likes that, but no, that's from the Andraste's grace we gave her. Never mind. Okay, and let's keep going this way. Now we have to fight werewolves anyway, so that was fine, I guess. Ooh, I've already taken a lot of damage. Okay, not great. Oh, I've got to go through this conversation again.
On it. Right.
I've swapped over to my Dalish elf character because I realised there was actually a quest here I forgot to get when I was here with my main character. So this is just after we have talked with Swiftrunner and the other wolves, and then as you cross the bridge you get attacked by a few werewolves. What I didn't do was actually come over the back here past this corpse, and we will find Dagon here, so let's talk to him.
Who comes?
You're badly wounded. What happened to you?
We were sent to find Witherfang. Bring his heart. Attacked.
Okay, now he's fallen unconscious. We have quite a few options on how to deal with him. They basically boil down to kill him and loot his body now, or take him back to the camp to get healed. It's quite clear which choice is the good one and which one's the evil choice. There is a slight grey area choice. You could check the hunter's equipment. The hunter's armour has all been ripped to shreds. His bow is missing, but he still possesses a blood-encrusted blade and most of his arrows. The hunter also still possesses his boots, as well as a belt pouch with various small personal items in it, including a small figurine carved from bone. So yeah, now that he's unconscious, we could just loot his equipment. You divest the body of all its undamaged equipment. And now, let's take him back to the Dalish camp. Like I said, you can also kill him at this point, but we'll take him back to camp.
Ander Natishan Lethalan. Our scouts saw you approaching and tell me you carry the body of one of our hunters with you. Ah, Dagon. He is wounded, but I think he will live. Mas Siranas, your help is appreciated. Come, Lethaline, let us take Dagon to the Keeper, and quickly. If we are lucky, we may still save him.
Okay, and that gives us the quest Wounded in the Forest. So if we check our journal, you'll find that Wounded in the Forest has already been completed. Just taking them back to the Dalish camp will complete it for you. So you found a wounded elven hunter, Dagon, in the forest, and brought him back to his clan. They were very thankful that you found him. However, there is a follow-up you can do. If we go back to the Dalish clan, let's go see if we can find Dagon. Now remember, we did loot his body, so he probably will have something to say about that, but let's go see. Here he is here.
Greetings to you, friend. I understand I have you to thank for my rescue from the forest.
Yes, that's me.
I only have one thing to ask of you, if I might. I lost most of my equipment to the werewolves, but I was hoping you found a small bone figurine near my body. It is of great personal value.
So when we looted him, we looted this figurine along with some other items. So we have the choice here to give it back to him, or to claim that we never saw it. So we'll give it back.
Could I have it back? That figurine was a gift from my mother and is irreplaceable. Everything else I had is nothing compared to that.
Of course, here you go, by all means.
Oh, wonderful. I was so fearful that I might have lost this. I don't want you to go unrewarded for your efforts. Here is a gem that the keeper gave my father long ago. I am happy to pass it on to a fellow Dalish.
Thank you, that is most kind.
Then take it with the blessings of the gods, I hope. And now, I am afraid I must rest. The keeper says I am not yet fully recovered, after all. I wish you well, my friend.
Yeah, so he assumes the equipment we took from him, he just lost during his fight with the werewolves. If we actually look at the inventory, what we got there, sort by newest. So he just gave us a sapphire, as well as some experience for returning the figurine to him. If you don't loot his body, then he just gives you the sapphire for talking to him, as thanks for returning him to the clan. I thought I would loot his body just to show you that we interaction there, though. The other thing is, when we looted his body, we got his war axe and Dagon's boots. Now, Dagon's boots, in particular, is an interesting item, as it is one of those you can use later in the Brecilian Forest to trade to a mad hermit, but you only get them if you either loot his body as we did, or if you kill Dagon and then loot his corpse. But anyway, that was just a quest I happened to miss with my main character, so I thought I'd come here to show it off. But that's all for now, so let's head back to the main playthrough. Oh, an ogre here. And Darkspawn, awesome, I guess. Grab is really bad. Can you do anything to stop that? Nope. Bummer. Shale, can you help me, please? I'm not used enough to what his attacks are, but no, it doesn't look like you can. So I'm going to have to just keep healing myself with Win, I think. Yeah, this is not great. Can you please let go? Never mind. Okay. This is why ogres can be such a problem, by the way. Because they can just grab someone and basically just kill them without asking any questions. Okay. That ogre is going to be an issue. Shouldn't really have that hard a time defeating it though, to be quite honest with you.
Cursed creatures! Right.
Okay, took it down, finally. Still have to deal with the other Darkspawn though. Okay, silver cord, salute the tree. There's the iron bark we need for Varathorn.
I said something.
Oh, a wild silver. Yep, so there's the trees in this wood do actually walk as well. So that story we heard from the elves It's not necessarily that far-fetched. I do think they're weak to fire, and I don't actually have any fire attacks, so that's a bit unfortunate, but I can freeze it at least. There we go. And he's down. That would have given us a new codex entry, though. Wild Sylvan. For demons crossing over into our world, mankind is not always the preferred prey. Possessing humans means risking encounters with powerful mages and Templars, as well as other complications. Some demons find it easier to seek out animals or even plants, assuming that these will make as suitable hosts as a human. Those that possess trees are known as Wild Sylvans. Generally, only demons of rage, the weakest of the demon hierarchy, will become a Sylvan. Once they do, they must spend a great deal of time twisting and moulding the host in order to make it mobile. And once they have, the Sylvan is a powerful and deadly opponent. Other, more intelligent spirits have also been known to become Sylvans, and are generally much less violent, but these are rare. Slow but immensely powerful, Wild Sylvans prefer to lay an ambush, waiting for a victim to become lost, tired, or trapped, before closing in for the kill. They hide among regular trees, nearly undetectable, until they begin to move and to reach. When they do come to life, as some travellers say, they stand tall, roots forming into legs and feet and branches stretching out into lashing arms. When not presented with a living target, however, it has been noted that Sylvans often fall into a form of dormancy, perhaps brought on by the nature of their tree host. While mobile, they normally return to wherever they were rooted once their prey has been killed. For both these reasons, a forest that has Sylvans within can become incredibly dangerous to pass through for very long periods of time. We also have the Codex for Werewolf. And Dane, he stood his ground. The fanged beast approached. He saw the rage within its eyes, the wolf that once was there. The sword he raised, merciful death be praised, to the Maker went his prayer. From the popular telling of Dane and the Werewolf, a legend of Ferelden circa 450 Black. Ferelden lore is full of instances where these creatures have plagued the countryside, wolves possessed by rage demons and transformed into humanoid monsters, with incredible speed and strength, able to spread a curse that to those they bit that would drive them mad with unthinking fury. When in this enraged state, a human host can likewise become possessed and be transformed into a feral wolf-like beast. Tales differ on these werewolves of human origin, some claiming that their transformation into a bestial form happens uncontrollably, some claim the transformation is irreversible. As is often the case with demonic tales, both versions are most likely true at some point. The ability of normal dogs to detect a werewolf even when it is in its human guise is what first led Fereldans to adopt dogs as indispensable companions in every farmhold. The alliance between humans and regular wolves is the subject of the popular Ferelden folktale, Dane and the Werewolf. The actual hero Dane led a crusade to eliminate the werewolf threat during the early Black Age, and while werewolves have never assumed the same prominence since, there have still been reports of individual packs lurking in remote forests. In recent years, some have even been reported to have developed an uncanny willpower and intelligence, though why this is so is still unknown. There you go. We've only got a couple of creature codexes undiscovered, actually, which is nice. Okay. Now this, I believe, takes me to an exit. Yeah, I don't actually want to take this exit yet. We'll do that later. There's more to do in this part of the wood first. Yeah, Sylvans. That root attack is quite annoying, that's for sure.
Let's get started.
If you're paying attention, you can kind of tell which of these trees are Sylvans and which are not. That one there, I'm pretty sure is a Sylvan. Yep.
Stay still.
But you do have to be paying attention, and they will take you by surprise the first time you encounter them, because, let's be real, you're not expecting the trees to come to life when you first come in here.
On your guard.
Oh, there's more behind me. What is that? Oh, darkspawn. Okay. Looks like there's actually more darkspawn down that way, but we'll go there in a minute. I want to finish exploring this area first. There's also the landmark tree over there if you've got the Mabari. I don't, so I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, several trees at once. This is not good. Let's take this one out quickly, and then we'll deal with the other tree, which is stronger anyway. Okay. Done, and then there's this one. Awesome, took it out. Oh, more. Okay, another one here.
On your guard!
Oh, I didn't know they could actually be shattered. Nice going one. That was easy. Okay. Now, you might notice this grand oak has not attacked us, and there's a reason for that.
What manner of beast be thee that comes before this elder tree?
Can't you see me? I'm an elf.
Ah, yes, I remember thee. Long ago, the elves roamed free, their numbers few and passing fast, until one eve we saw their last. Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
The world is certainly full of marvelous, unexpected creations. Each day we see something that we never thought possible. Wow.
And unless thou thinkst it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon?
What's this boon you mentioned?
I have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn, a thief did come and steal an acorn.
And you want it back, I take it?
All I have is my being, my seed. Without it, I am alone indeed. I cannot go and seek it out, yet I shall die if left without.
Where would I find this thief?
It was stolen by a human man. Deep within these woods he ran. Woods that I could travel there. I'd teach the fool to soon beware.
Very well, I will help you.
Go to the east to find this man. I shall await. Do what thou can.
You know, I don't believe it's ever explained why the Great Oak, the Grand Oak, only ever speaks in rhyme. I don't think it's ever given an explanation, but that's fine. Okay, now this here, I was gonna save, but cutscene started, fine. Continue. Okay, lovely little campfire. What you can do is continue.
This is strange. The werewolves would not use such a camp, would they? Whoever this belongs to must be nearby.
I don't see any tracks around, it seems safe. Okay, now the campfire is strange. What you can do here is inspect it several times and something will happen. So we'll do that. There is a downside to doing this, which we'll realize pretty quickly, I think.
The lights in the fire, they are so pretty. The flickering, glowing warmth, comfort. I wish I could just lie here and...
Can you feel the power here? What is this? Okay, we'll try again. Okay, third time's the charm, I think.
a nice tent. Could we sleep here? This seems like the perfect spot. And I am just so tired.
I want to know what's going on. We're not leaving. There we go. So, I actually thought Wynne would still be alive. I'm kind of surprised it's my character, not Wynne, that's alive. But what happens is that all your companions with low willpower are basically taken out of this fight. Now, there are ways to prevent that. I decided not to do any of them, which may have been a mistake, but there are items you can get later that would prevent anyone from falling asleep. Or you can inspect the camp and then leave, and then the shade will attack you as you're leaving and everyone's still awake. But I decided to show you what happens if you let them all sleep. This thing's annoying. Ooh, do not do that, please. That's okay. At the very least, I don't have to worry about AoE damage, because I can't hurt my companions here.
Look, I was chipped in that fight.
And there we go.
How long has that spirit lingered there? And how many has it preyed upon? I shudder to think of it.
A little late there, Liliana. There's no danger. So as you can see, the campsite was actually an illusion created by the shade. Let's loot the shade. Got some money. Okay. I believe there are some decent items on these corpses though. And in that chest. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dalish gloves. Now they are actually a gift, not an equipable item. We'll use that later. The dusk ring is here, +3 cunning, -1 strength, and a couple of health poultices. Very useful. Okay. That seems to be everything here, so let's keep going. Yeah, okay, we need to go up to the top of that ridge. So let us do that quickly. This was where I believe the ogre attacked us earlier. Oh, there's still enemies. Oh yeah, that's one thing about the Brecilian woods, is the enemies can respawn. So even if you think you've killed everything, doesn't mean you're safe. Not necessarily. Oh, this is actually not great because Wynne's knocked out. And I think I probably just knocked out Liliana, but that's okay. It took everyone else out, so that's fine. Alright, down here, so let's inspect the rubble. A painted skyball, interesting, and an oxbone. Okay, we'll take those. Okay, now you may notice the mystical side of power here. That is for one of the quests we've got. That is for... I think it's a Mage's Collective quest. Yeah, the Places of Power. So we've done the Brecilian Forest one, is this one, and we've done the Circle of Tower one. So there's still Denerim in the Deep Roads. This gravestone, we're going to return to it. I don't think you can do anything with it right now. Yep, just leave it alone. So we'll be back for that. Okay, with that done, I think we have finished in the eastern part of the woods. So the western part of the woods. So let's head east and see what awaits us over there. Let us use Cone of Cold. Got all of them. Easy. Done.
This should be easy enough.
Now this way is another exit to the eastern Brecilian Forest. I'm actually going to go back because I want to take the other entrance. Doesn't really matter which entrance you take. I just know the northern one takes me closer to where I want to end up, so we'll do that. Even if it takes a little bit of extra travel right now.
As you wish.
Okay, East Brecilian Forest. Now, there is a Hala, which we can't do anything with. Also some enemies, which we can do something with. So, here we go.
As you wish. This should be easy.
Nope, done. There we go, done.
On it.
I don't know why, the Hala sounds like a sheep to me, but maybe that's just me. Daniela. Whoever you say this one.
Please. Help. Listen. I am not the mindless beast I appear to be.
What happened to you?
I am cursed. Turned into this creature. The curse, it burns in me. I fled into the forest. The werewolves, they took me in, but I had to return. I had to. You are an elf, but not one of the Dalish. I was until my change. Have you seen my clan?
Your keeper, Zathrian, is the one who sent me here.
The Keeper sent you? Then you seek Witherfang.
I do. Have you seen him?
I have, but it is not what you think. But there is no time to explain. You must listen. My name is Delilah. My husband, he is called Athras. Please, you must bring him a message.
Oh, the poor woman, she's in such pain.
The staff I wear. Bring it to him. Tell him I love him. Tell him I am dead, and with the gods, I beg you.
Okay, I spoke to Ethras. He worries about you.
I want him to be at peace. He is a good man. Please do not let him suffer thinking of me. Oh, the pain. The curse is fire in my blood. Please, hand it for me. Hand it quickly.
So you can either kill her, and if you don't, then she'll just attack you, so you have to kill her anyway.
Gods, bless you.
Cool. Lily and Win both like that. Okay, and Werewolf Pelt. The item received, I believe, was the scarf we need to show Ethrin to prove that we found her. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
I do not think we made any progress. We could barely see our way through the mist, and now we are back at the beginning again.
Yeah, so as Wynne said, this barrier is kind of the next part of the game, or next part of this quest, sorry, this overarching quest, is to work out how to get past the barrier. Now those look like Sylvans to me, so let's see if they attack. Yep, or at least one did. I assume the others are going to.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
Yeah, there's the other two. Okay, this skeleton
Should be easy enough.
has Mithal's Blessing, a shield, which comes with its own codex entry, so that is exciting. Mithal, the Great Protector. Elgar'nan had defeated his father, the sun, and all was covered in darkness. Pleased with himself, Elgar'nan sought to console his mother, the earth, by replacing all that the sun had destroyed, but the earth knew that without the sun nothing could grow. She whispered to Elgar'nan this truth, and pleaded with him to release his father, but Elgar'nan's pride was great, and his vengeance was terrible, and he refused. It was at this moment that Mithal walked out of the sea of the earth's tears and onto the land. She placed her hand on Elgar'nan's brow, and at her touch he grew calm, and knew that his anger had led him astray. Humbled, Elgar'nan went to the place where the sun was buried and spoke to him. Elgar'nan said he would release the sun if the sun promised to be gentle and to return to the earth each night. The sun, feeling remorse at what he had done, agreed. And so the sun rose again in the sky and shone his golden light upon the earth. Elgar'nan and Mithal, with the help of the earth and the sun, brought back to life all the wondrous things that the sun had destroyed, and they grew and thrived. And that night, when the sun had gone to sleep, Mithal gathered the glowing earth around his bed and formed it into a sphere, to be placed in the sky, a pale reflection of the sun's true glory. From the tale of Mithal's touch, as told by Gisharel, keeper of the Ralaferan clan of the Dalish Elves. Cool. Okay. I think we need to go up here. Yes, we do. Or at the very least, there's enemies up here, so we might as well. Ah, bears. Okay. Not really what I was expecting, but that's fine.
There's something about this place that makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, and you do need to be careful coming in here, I'm pretty sure. Because, yeah, you don't have one ogre, You have 2, and we struggled with 1 before, so I don't think 2 are going to improve anything. Oh, actually shattered him again. Didn't think you could shatter an ogre, but I'll take it, I guess. Ouch, that hurt. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
All is well?
All is well. Okay,
All set.
now this area here... Oh, there's a couple more things up here. There's some rubble.
On it.
But what this area actually has that's of interest is another gravestone. And this one is the first gravestone you can activate, I believe. So if we approach it, the air seems cold. You can disturb the wards. Gives you a codex entry, and it also leads to an attack. And another quest, actually. So we're being attacked by skeletons, but don't get fooled, there's a revenant there. So you want to deal with him straight away. In fact, I'm going to get everyone to attack him. Because otherwise, he's just going to target me, and I'm going to die.
Time for a little cleanup. Here we go.
What I might actually do is attack the Fanged Skeleton with Walking Bomb. Maybe. Oh, yeah, that's why Revenants suck, because they can do that. Let's see. And also Liliana is dead, which is kind of unfortunate. Shale needs some potions. Let's give him some. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Nope, he exploded too. Okay, cool. Now that just leaves me against a Revenant. This is not going well, is it? Nope, the Revenant is barely touched. Yeah, this is a very hard fight, in case you can't tell. Okay, I'm just going to load again. This is not going well. It is possible this is not the right party to deal with a Revenant. I might be better to swap out Liliana and bring Alistair here instead. We will see. If I can't do it now, I'll come back, but I would like to do it now because it unlocks some other stuff coming up. Yep, there goes Liliana. And she's dead.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chip?
That mass pull is really annoying. I was hoping to avoid Shale there. No such luck. That's alright. Alright, so a couple of things happened at the end of the last battle. The first is that my computer actually ran out of space, so it stopped recording. So I can't show you the end of the battle, but rest assured I lost. The other thing I've done is gone away and gotten Alistair and come back. Liliana wasn't really doing anything in that fight, and I needed someone else who could tank the Revenant's hits, so I figured we'll try Alistair. However, there is one direction I'd forgotten about. Once you have come here and defeated those ogres, I believe, at the trigger, leave the Brecilian Forest and return, which I did to get Alistair. There is actually another event that occurs in these ruins, so we're going to trigger that right now.
You are not welcome here.
I am here on behalf of the Mages Collective.
Doing the Templars' dirty work for them, eh? Templars or mages, it means nothing to us. There is dark power here, and you won't stand in our way.
Okay, just got some Malefica to fight. This is one of the quests we picked up from the Mages Collective, as you've probably gathered. They're not too bad to fight. Whatever they custom is probably annoying. Vulnerability Hex, that's actually fine. I'm not worried about that. Let us see if we can get a Mind Blast off. Cool. Stun. Knocked him out of his spell, which is super useful. Okay, let's freeze him, please. Okay, heal. Everyone. Because Chain Lightning is really annoying. Oh, actually he doesn't need healing anyway. That's fine. Okay, done. Quest update. That is fine. Okay, I still don't know how much of a chance I have against this Revenant, but we're going to try again. If I can't do it with Alistair, I'm going to leave it for now, and we'll come back once I'm a bit stronger. Don't really want to have to backtrack if I don't have to, though, so we'll see how it goes. I'll try at least a few times, see if I can take it out with Alistair and Shale and win. The other thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to move them over here, tell them to hold position. Because this is also part of the problem, is when you disturb this gravestone, as we've already seen, skeletons flood this area, but the Revenant appears behind them over there, and I want these guys to be targeting the Revenant if they can. And also, if everyone's nearby, he's not going to use his mass pull attack, which is super annoying. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. Save and inspect the gravestone. Oh, don't tell me that's not going to work. Stupid wolves. Never mind. They will get pulled over here. I was really hoping that would work. Okay, fine. What we'll do instead then, everyone can run over to him. Well, except when she's not going to. Yep, this is mass pull. Can try that, so I guess. Didn't really work. That's okay. That's actually kind of annoying since I got my own guys. But, you know. Okay, Alistair needs some healing. Yeah, got him. Okay, this is already going better with my two attacking guys. Although Alistair's down now. Insufficient mana, that's fine. We can give you a mana potion. Or luring potion, I should call it. Actually, I could probably do that now and avoid my warriors, so that's handy. Ooh. Now that's unfortunate. I am trying to keep my main character alive just to get a couple of achievements later, so I guess we'll try again. I may not narrate all of these, we'll just kind of see how it goes, and I will kind of show you if I manage to win or tell you when I give up. So we'll see.
Right.
Okay, well I finally managed to kill the stupid Revenant. That was a very hard battle.
On it.
However, once he's dead, make sure you loot these guys here, and especially the Revenant himself, who'll give you Juggernaut plate boots. Now, when we first interacted with that gravestone, we did get a codex entry, I believe. Which one is it? Legend of the Juggernaut. The arm of the Imperium is long. Once it reached even this forest, in a time when the barbarian tribes of the Clane still ruled the land. The Tevinter Magisters fought to take it from them, inch by inch if need be, using terrible magic. The Magister Harak brought an army to this forest, led by Alaric, his friend and general. For Alaric, Harak fashioned a suit of the finest armor, infused it with lyrium and his own blood magic, and named it Juggernaut after the unstoppable giant golems guarding the gates of Minrathous. Thus armed did Alaric win many victories against the Clane. When defeat came, it came from within. Alaric's own lieutenants rose up against him, jealous of the favour he had carried with the Magisters, and eager to take the Juggernaut armour from him. Alaric was slain, and as each successor gained the armour, the other lieutenants turned against him instead. The Tevinter outpost fell to vicious infighting. In a fury, Magister Harak voyaged to the outpost and slew the last 3 lieutenants. The Clane, however, were already approaching the outpost in force. The barbarian chieftain of the Clane desired the fabled armour for himself, and even with all his power, Harak could not hope to stand against them all. Instead, Harak used the last of his own life force to cast a spell of blood magic that bound demons to the bodies of the 3 dead lieutenants, as well as Harak's own lifeless corpse. These bound revenants hid the pieces of the Juggernaut armour, and although the barbarians attacked the outpost, the chieftain found neither the armour nor the revenants. The Juggernaut armour legend lives on, and more than one brave soul has ventured into the depths of the Brecilian Forest in search, never to return. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Okay, well, what we're going to do now is actually backtrack a little. Well, I've got Alistair in my party to do this. Okay, here we are back in the western Brecilian Forest. And there is this other gravestone we couldn't do anything with earlier. Once you've activated the first gravestone, these others become interactable as well. So let us do this one, and it's probably going to have another tough fight. Okay, let's give this a go. Not sure where the Revenant is, but we'll start with targeting the skeletons since they're nearby. I'm sure he'll show himself in a second. That explosion is kind of annoying, but okay. When I can't afford to have you go down, and Alistair, neither can you. In fact, I just don't want anyone to go down, let's be real. Ah, that was the Revenant. Wherever he's pulling me from, I still don't know. I'm guessing he's up on the ridge above. Oh no, there he is. Okay, hello. I don't really want to deal with you, but I kind of have to, I guess. She gonna do that, please? I might honestly need to drop a blizzard. I really don't want to, but I guess we'll give it a go. Yep, knocked everyone down as usual. Okay. Let's heal Alistair. I must say, it is quite annoying that all of these... Oh, there's a skeleton mage. I don't want him to do anything, please. It's very annoying that all these undead appear to actually be immune or highly resistant to my spells. Okay, well, Wind killed him, so that's cool. Okay, I think the blizzard was alright call because it kind of helped to take out the skeleton minions. Now we've just got the Revenant to deal with, which is doable, but as you can see, even so, he's still very tanky. But without his allies, it is doable at least. This is kind of how I took out the last one. I'm not sure how much of that battle I showed, but basically I just dropped a blizzard in the right place, took out the minions, and then could focus on the Revenant. So at this point my ice spells are really only freezing them, which is useful, but it's not doing a lot of damage. Alright.
This should be easy enough.
So what we've got, I'm assuming he has another piece of the Juggernaut armor. Yep, the helm. Awesome. Updates that quest. Now I don't believe we've encountered the other grave sites yet, so we will just continue onwards in the eastern Brecilian woods. Once I've checked everything here for loot, yep. Although I might swap back to Liliana to unlock some chests. Nah, we'll keep Alistair for now, actually. I'm honestly just because I'm too lazy to go back to change companions. I don't think we really need a rogue right now anyway. We will soon, but not for the next bit anyway. Okay, come through here. Okay, so there's the forest barrier. What we need to do is come over east here. Which I believe is the character we need to talk to. Yeah, this is what we want. And there's the hermit. Okay, so the hermit. Let's talk to him.
Oh dear, oh dear. Not a werewolf and not a spirit even. What are the woods coming to?
Wait, are you the thief who took the Grand Oak's acorn?
Mayhap I did and mayhap I didn't. Have you come to claim it back? Oh, what fun. But we are getting ahead of ourselves already. Ask a question and you'll get a question, but give an answer and you'll receive the same. Oh, I do so love to trade.
You want me to answer a question?
Wouldn't I have to ask you a question first?
Isn't that a question?
Would you know a question if it was asked?
I should certainly hope so.
No, that is not a question. And if it be an answer, it'd be an answer to a question I've not asked. Have you no sense for the rules?
Be careful, Grey Warden. This is no ordinary man. He is a mage. Driven mad, perhaps, but still powerful.
No fair bringing mages to a guessing game. Will you play by the rules or not?
Okay, so yeah, you do have a couple of choices with the hermit. You can trade with him, which is what I'm going to try and do. If you attack him, he's actually an extremely powerful blood mage, so it is quite a hard fight. Let's just keep going with this game anyway. Then, would you like to ask me a question?
I think it is your turn to ask, is it not?
Do you have anything to trade?
Let's see. I'll trade you an acorn, a helmet I found, or a book I finished reading years ago, provided you have something interesting in return.
Right, you do at the very least want to trade for the acorn. It is one way to complete this. You don't need the acorn, you do have another option, and that is you can get the hermit here to give you a quest to kill the Grand Oak, and in return he'll help you get through the barrier, but we're going to do the acorn. So let's start with that one. All three of these items are good though. Well, the acorn's a quest item. These two are good items, but let's start with the acorn.
Oh, and what do you have to trade for the acorn?
Okay, so there are very specific things the hermit will accept in trade. And they're basically all quest items you can get, or quest rewards, I should say, that you can get around the Brecilian Forest. So they're not hard to come by. They're in this area. Let's see. How about a book?
A book, eh? What sort of book?
How about this book on elven history? This was the book that you got for reuniting or pairing up Cameron with the girl he has a crush on. I can't remember her name. Genya or something. But for doing that quest, he gives you a book. This is the book you can trade. That book is actually useless to us now because it gave us a codex entry, but we already have that codex entry, so don't need the book anymore.
Elven history, you say? That might make for good reading by the moonlight. Or it'll be better than using leaves. Give me that. There. Now that's done. What else have you got on your agenda,
Do you want to ask me another question?
May I? Oh yes, I think I might. Now, what shall be the first? Oh yes. What is your name?
You may call me Melody.
Aha. So you claim. They sent you, didn't they? But you're too tricky, and you're trying to fool me. Well, I'm on to you, just so you know. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away, I dare you.
Do you have anything to trade?
Oh, yes. Yes. I still have that old helmet and the book.
Now, this book he gives you is a codex entry you can only get from trading with him, so I definitely want to grab
and
that.
What do you have to trade for the book?
Okay, don't give him the scarf. How about the silver ring I found in the ruins? Now, this silver ring you get for that campsite illusion that everyone fell asleep at. The chest there has a ring of dusk, I believe it's called, and that's the ring he wants in trade, so give him
Hey,
that.
I once had a ring like that. This one's shiny still. Yes, I'll take it. Give me that. There. Now that's done. What else have you got on your agenda,
He has the helmet. I don't think I have anything I still want to trade with him, so I'm just going to go for now.
I see.
We'll come back to
You're
him.
going to report to them now, are you? Fine. Goodbye.
Okay, Archons of the Imperium. Yeah, that's the codex you get for getting the book off him. Let's have a look at our codexes, actually. Archons of the Imperium. Archon Darinius of Tevinter journeyed deep into the lightless realm of the dwarves and there forged a covenant with Endrin Stonehammer, Lord of the Dwarven Empire. As a symbol of their pact, Endrin gave the Archon a pair of rings, one that shone like the evening star and one as luminous as the dawn. So long as the rings were united, Darinius need fear nothing, for the friendship of the dwarves is a mighty sword and shield. The Archon wore the rings of dawn and dusk for 20 years, never removing them, and when he died, they were cut from his fingers by magisters squabbling over his vacant throne, then separated and finally lost, from a book formerly in the possession of a hermit. Yes, I think it was the Ring of Dawn we found, and that is the story behind it, so that's quite interesting. Don't loot his stump, which you can do here, because he will attack. I think he also attacks if you try to open the chest. I'm not going to do either of those things. Let's just get out of here. Alrighty, so let's go talk to the Grand Oak and give him his acorn.
My acorn is still gone, so I pray to thee. Hast thou any news for me?
Is this the acorn you seek?
My joy soars to new heights indeed. I am reunited with my seed. This cannot pass without reward. I shall give what little I can afford. Keep this branch of mine with thee, and pass throughout the forest free. I wish thee well, my mortal friend. Thou brought my sadness to an end. May the sunlight find you, thy days be long, thy winters kind, and thy roots be strong.
Alrighty, there we go. Got a level up for that as well. And the branch she gives you is what you need to pass through, or one of the two things you could get to pass through the magical barrier that was preventing us from progressing. Okay, here I am going to chuck some points into that and one in Constitution. I do not want to get Blood Mage, so we're not getting that specialization. And here I will get Force Field, I think. Force Field's an interesting spell. It makes the target completely immune to damage, but it also immobilizes them. So essentially, you can kind of... The idea, I think, is you cast on an enemy and then ignore them, but take them out of the fight while the Force Field is up. Anyway, we'll grab that for now. As you can see, I am kind of working my way towards Crushing Prison here, which is the spell I want to get. But Force Field is also useful, and I will need it at one point to get a particular spell combination, so I'm not mad about that. Alright, I'm going to return back to the Dalish camp. Probably almost done with this episode. It's been quite a long one, I think, although it's a bit hard for me to tell because I'm not sure how much of the fight against the Revenants I'm going to show, because I did lose quite a lot against them. But for now, I'm going to go back to the Dalish camp, turn in some quests, and go back to the Hermit, get the helmet off him, and probably end the episode there, I think. So, I will skip a lot of the travelling time, I imagine. So, I'll see you in the Dalish camp. Okay, I've popped Liliana back into my party, and she does also have a level up, so let's use that quickly. I believe she needs dexterity for what she wants. Expert stealing, I do need to get that, but... I'm clearly going to get device mastery, alright. 28, 30, she needs 30 dex to get all her archery skills. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's just chuck them into dexterity. Gonna grab expert stealing, and I'm going to get device mastery. They seem the obvious choices. Alrighty, now that we're here in camp, we can turn in some of our quests. Over here is Varathorn. We did find his iron bark, so let's give it to him.
It is good to see you again. Have you need of something?
I found some iron bark for you.
Truly? Let me see. Yes, that is indeed iron bark, and a substantial quantity of it as well. Well done. An agreement is an agreement, and I will craft something from this wood for you. What would you like? A bow, or perhaps a breastplate?
I think both would be more appropriate.
Both? But that is an unreasonable amount of crafting to expect just for finding the wood. I will do no such thing.
Persuade.
I suppose you are correct. It is much to ask, but for you, I am willing to work so much of the art.
I think that's a pretty hard
And I've
persuade check,
reformed
by
the
the
wood
way.
to my will. A Dalish longbow and a breastplate for you. May they serve you well.
And I don't usually bother doing it, but I did want to see if I could show you both items you get. So you get Wolf Killer here. Now, I actually believe this is different if you're playing on PC, which I am, compared to other consoles. This Wolf Killer here, plus 8 damage versus Beast, plus 4 versus Undead. Very good bow, especially for the Brecilian Forest, actually, where there's a lot of both. Against Beasts, I believe this is the strongest bow in the game. I probably won't bother using it. I've got the Fox's bow here, which is... actually, never mind. Wolf Killer's got a higher base damage than the Fox's bow. So never mind, I will be using Wolf Killer once Liliana gets the dexterity for it, which I think I actually just got for her. So let's check. Yep, she can use Wolf Killer, so give her Wolf Killer. It's a lot stronger than what she's currently using. Okay, fine. That worked out. And the breastplate. Let's see if I can find it here. I don't really have any characters that can use breastplates. It was Varathorn's armor here. 30 strength, really good piece of armor as well. Silver at tier 6. With plus armor, plus stamina, and nature resistance. So you do get some really good items for this quest. Okay. Sorry, now that I'm here, I just figure I should actually look at what I've got. Because there might be better stuff for Liliana than what she's currently using. Yep, like that. Don't get me wrong, this stuff isn't leaps and bounds better, but it is certainly better than what she's currently using. Huh, those gloves are quite good for a mage, actually. The Black Hand Gauntlets. I've got something similar. I don't think Wynn does, though. Nope, I'll use those instead, thank you. Oak Branch. Plus magic, constitution, and nature damage. Okay, okay. Is that better than what I'm using? Yeah, by quite a long margin, actually. Awesome. Sweet, so there's some nice upgrades for me. Okay, the other thing we have is Athras. Yes, we did find his, wife, and unfortunately, she's dead.
You have returned. Is there any chance you have news of Delilah?
I do.
You have news? Have you found her? Are you certain?
She gave me a scarf, see for yourself. And this, by the way, is why I didn't want to give the hermit the scarf, is because you need it to turn in this quest.
That is her scarf. Where did you find her? What's become of her?
She was a werewolf, just as you suspected.
So I was right. But what became of her?
She died, Athras, but not before she sent her love.
She told you that? Yes. That is what she would do. At least she is at peace. Here is the amulet, as I promised. Now I should go and make arrangements. I must mourn my wife as is proper. Dareth Shiral. Fare you well.
Okay, approval from Liliana, and he gave us an amulet. Atheris's pendant, plus 4% spell resistance. It's a decent pendant, but what I'm actually going to do with it is give it to the hermit, because he accepts that in trade as well. Okay. I believe that is everything we have to turn in at this current point in time. Yep, so I'm going to head back to the hermit, and I guess I'll see you once I reach there. Okay, here we are back at the hermit's camp.
What's this now?
Talk
you
to him?
again? Why don't you go away? May I? Where were you born?
I was born in the city of Denerim, actually.
So you say. Fiendishly clever of you to maintain this facade for so long, but I will see through it yet. Mark my words. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away, I dare you.
Do you have anything to trade?
I still have the helmet, if you like. You'll have to clean it, though.
I want to trade for the helmet.
And what do you have to trade for the helmet?
How about this Dalish pendant?
Ooh, shiny. I could lure a few ravens with that pretty. I'll be feasting for weeks, months even. Give me that. There. Now that's done. What else have you got on your agenda,
I should go.
Oh, I see. You're going to report to them now, are you? Fine. Goodbye.
Okay, item received. Let us have a look at this helmet. Ancient Elven Helm, I think. Is that the one I picked up? I'm guessing that's the one, but... yes, it is. Ancient Elven Helm, plus 25% spirit resistance is nice. It's a decent helmet, nothing too special, but it is good. Okay. Sort by type. Alright, one thing we're going to try before we leave. I am curious if you open his chest, does he go berserk? I know he does if you steal from the stump. Not sure about the chest. Let's just go alpha it actually. Okay, no, he doesn't care about the chest. That's what I was curious about. You can fight him if you want. We've got everything we need from him, so we could fight him. Actually, I am trying to show everything, so let's do it.
Hold on, you. That's private property. That's an old man's home, that is. Keep out. Keep out. You're a robber, is what you...
Okay. We did get an item for that. I'll be honest, not entirely sure what, but we did get something. Sort by newest. Okay, don't know what we got, but that's fine. We did get something. But now we've got to deal with a very angry hermit, and honestly, we may just die here. Fortunately, the hermit is not nearly as powerful as the revenants we've been fighting, but he still has some really good spells. What he doesn't have is as much health. So, you know, as long as you can kind of stun him like this, he's not too bad, but he can be really annoying if he actually gets his spells off. Here we go. He's down. Gonna loot his body for some decent items, and honestly a good amount of gold as well. Got a magic staff. Dream Sever is plus spirit damage. Could be good if you're using that. Awesome. Quest updated. I'm guessing that's because we killed the hermit. We need to help the Great Oak, so it told us something about it. If I look at the blight, nature of the beast. Yeah, it's just updated this quest to say the hermit is dead. Okay, and with that, I think we have finished this episode.
This should
Yeah,
be
so
easy
thank you
enough.
for watching, and we will see you next time.